Hi, I'm Brad with Big Family Homestead, and today I'm going to show you how we put together our wheatgrass fodder system. A lot of fun. Check it out. Here we go. Okay, so the benefits of wheatgrass in your diet are amazing. And in just a few moments, I'm going to go over some of the highlights that you should check out because it can actually help you health-wise amazingly on levels you can't imagine. We right now only use it for our rabbits. We use this to feed our rabbits with because basically, from what I understand, if you take a wheat berry seed and an animal consumes it, they're only going to be able to use about 20% of the nutritional value in that seed. But if you allow it to sprout and grow into the wheatgrass, they will eat the grass, they'll eat the mat, they'll eat even the seed shell, and then the added benefit is instead of only getting 20% of the nutritional value out of that seed, they're getting almost 85. So it's like buying free food that, you know, the rabbits and whatever other animals, I mean, our goats eat it, they love it, our chickens eat it, they love it. So for us, it's like getting free feed that we didn't buy because you buy the wheatgrass or the wheat berries and we sprout them and it makes more mass, a lot more mass, and more mass that is actually much more nutritional for the animals. Okay, so here is our fodder wheatgrass system in action. I'm going to show you how we put it together, how it works. But basically, we bought those shoe racks and there's a tub down there. It's filled with water. And I've got a pump that pumps the water up this line here that's fastened this corner. And I've got regular old irrigation nipples there that are gonna let the water flow down. And if you'll notice, I've got it shimmed either way. So this side's higher than that side, and then that side's higher than this side, so that then these holes allow the water to drip down and it keeps going all the way down. Now it's winter where we're at, so we've supplemented the light with two different color fluorescent light bulbs, two different color temperatures rather, so that it's not ideal. It's obviously not sunlight, but it helps and it grows very quickly. I mean, I imagine we would get better yields if it was sunlight, but we just don't have the sunlight for it this year. I mean, it's cloudy out. All right, now a word on these trays. There was a store called Big Lots that went out of business up here where we're at, and they were selling all of their stuff off, everything from countertops to you name it. Well, these, what we got here, are actually donut trays. And they're nice and heavy duty, they fit perfect, and they basically drilled the holes so that the water can cruise through, and just like that, goes that way and then the other one. But these we basically got for $1 a piece, which is great, and in retrospect, I wish we would have bought more. But let me show you how we load up an empty tray with seeds that have sprouted. Okay, so what we've done is we basically have sprouted our wheat berries in these mason jars like this right here, and I'll show you how we do that. But as you can see, all the little roots are growing on there and they're ready to go. We basically flood this with water and you drain it out. There's a whole process. I'll tell you how to do it. But once they're ready to go, these got to get in your trays to get into the fodder system. Funny because in stores I have seen they're selling, some companies selling just a, has to be like a maybe 6-inch by 6-inch block of wheat grass that's grown up. They're selling for $5. And I'm like, holy smokes. I did some math on this and we didn't even get our seeds in a very good, you know, a good deal. We just got a regular right off Walmart's shelf, non-GMO seeds. I couldn't believe they sold them, but they did. And basically for this amount of wheatgrass here, which this has got to be 10 inches by 2.5 feet maybe, it costs us about 25 cents in seed. Okay, when we're reloading our jars to put into our trays eventually after the seed has sprouted, basically we put 1 cup of berries into this mason jar that has a lid on it. The lid is just out of screen, and the reason for that is, you see, actually you can kind of see right now, the water gets a little cloudy and you need to change it out a couple times a day. The first day, change it out a few times, and the second day you just let it sit for a little bit. You don't want it to go more than 2 days, and you drain it out, make sure that the water is completely out of it, and the tails will start coming on there, and you're ready to put them in your trays. So now what we'll do, we're going to take our tray, put it into the fodder system, just like that, and you'll see now the water's dripping down into the new seeds, and it's going to trickle all the way through and dribble back down. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my next seed tray, get it ready to go, and then we'll have a full system. I've got my full fodder system, my wheatgrass growing machine of doom and awesome chlorophyllness, all loaded up. We just let this run for a good 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, twice a day, and that's it. And you'll notice no soil. You don't need the soil. The seed, actually the wheat berry, has every bit of nutrition that it needs to go from the berry to full-grown wheatgrass like this without any nutrition at all. It's got it stored all up inside that seed, and that's so awesome. Wheatgrass juice is one of the best sources of living chlorophyll available today. However, to get the full benefit, the chlorophyll must come from a fresh, living plant. Wheatgrass contains all of the minerals known to man, and vitamin A, B complex, C, and K, and is extremely rich in protein and also contains 17 amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Chlorophyll is the first product of light and therefore contains more light energy than any other food element. Chlorophyll is naturally antibacterial and can be used inside and outside of the body as a natural healer. Chlorophyll can be extracted from many plants, but wheatgrass is superior because it has been found to have over 100 elements needed by man. Chlorophyll neutralizes toxins in the body. It also helps purify the liver and improves blood sugar problems. Farmers in the Midwest who have sterile cows and bulls often put them on wheatgrass and restore fertility. One side note, wheatgrass is also gluten-free because it's cut before the grain forms. So as you can see, not that hard to make. We made it out of some basic stuff we found at Walmart, you know, shoe racks. The pump I got at Rural King, it was on sale for $8. The piping and the tubing we got at Harbor Freight is one of those kits to, you know, put water throughout your whole garden, and it was literally $3. So I have all in all, everything all put together in here, less than $25 in this whole fodder system. And just to keep in mind that if you go and buy one little square, one little cube of wheatgrass from the store, they're selling them for $5, $5. Each one of our trays would hold at least 6 of those. Now keep that in mind. It's only costing us 25 cents for the wheat berries. Now, 6, 12, you're talking $30 for one tray of this fresh wheatgrass. Now, we're not eating it, we're giving it to our animals. We're probably going to start consuming it because, as you can see, I'm getting a little big. Time to start hitting the old diet. But yeah, we need to. But right now, it's an incredible savings, an incredible amount of nutrition, and only for really pennies. So I would suggest you look into it. I'm Brad with Big Family Homestead, and I hope you have a great day.